All right, good evening. Welcome to Jack Dodson's Racing Insider News. No Scott Allen again this week, but I hear he's going to be back in a couple weeks. Hopefully, he'll get a thing from his doctor this week where he can come back to work, come back and to work. Working. He ain't going to be working. What am I thinking about? He don't even work when he's at work. So I mean, that's nothing new for him. Anyway, I've got Josh Ranger here with us. Racetrack action. Yeah. Racetrack action. Gonna be back at it again this year, so we're excited about that. All right, our show tonight is presented by Papa John's, your locally owned and operated Papa John's. They got us pizzas. I've already offered it to everybody, and everybody keeps looking at it, but don't do nothing with it. But anyway, we'll be okay. NC 811, Brian Morehouse. I tell him every time I talk to him, we're the flagship of his operation. So you're a part of 811, so you're pretty cool about that. So Brian, does Brian treat you good? Or?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You sure?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Make sure. If you have a problem with him, you let me know. GAC, Great American Companies Enterprises. Guillermo Amaya from up in Herndon, Virginia. He has a construction projects going all over the East Coast, all the way to Texas. So he is a busy person, and I want to thank him for being a part of our show. Bodrick Brothers Distillery from Chase City, Virginia. Want some good old moonshine? That's the place to go get it. Matter of fact, I've got to make a run up there to get something for sponsorship stuff. Pepsi. Josh got a Mountain Dew. They're made by Pepsi. I didn't get one. I'm sorry I didn't get one tonight. MPM Marketing and Tanya McAllister, if you need anything to talk about what you got going on in your racing, you need racing uniforms, you need anything to help you with interviews, anything like that, contact Tanya McAllister. She's the person to talk to. She'll help you out and get you going. Factory Canopies. We got these nice chairs from Factory Canopies and this cover here. Really appreciate all their help with us. Black Acid Apparel. That's where we got our shirts from. You ain't seen our new shirts, have you? I'll have to show you my new shirts. I'm not sold on them, but anyway, Scott is. He looks like a clown in it, but anyway. Safety Clean, Performance Plus Motor Oil, and Langley Speedway. Thanks to Bill, Vaughn, Chuck, everybody here at Langley Speedway for being a part of this show and letting us do our show from here. All right. Before we get going, I also want to mention Smith's Wraps and Graphics as we do the Smith's Wraps and Graphics roundup for this past weekend. With all the racing going on around the area. Down in Phoenix, they had the Cup race. Chase Briscoe got his first ever win, and I thought that was really cool to see Chase Briscoe get a win. That was
as much as I wanted Harvard to win. I was okay with Briscoe.
Are you a Harvard fan?
Yeah.
Too? Really?
Yeah.
Chase Briscoe's good.
Yeah.
Noah Gregson got the Xfinity win. In the ARCA West, Taylor Gray got the win, and that was a pretty big win for them, being as they had a big wreck on that Wednesday and lost all their stuff and had to take another car out there and get it there. So that's really big there. Daniel Dye was second. Sammy Smith was third. And Rajay Caruso finished fourth. Yeah. And he was right there most of the race, running like first, second, third. I mean, I don't think he got the first, but second and third most of the race. He was doing good.
He's making a name for himself this year.
Oh, yeah. Down at Caraway, the Cars Tour was at Caraway this past weekend. How about Connor Hall getting the pole for the Cars Tour race this past weekend? Ran a good, strong race from what I saw. I watched bits and pieces of it. Ran a good, strong race. I think he come home, 13th?
Yeah, he ran out of gas.
And
Bobby McCarty ran out of gas.
I think it was 13th. Yeah. Anyway, the Quapple boys got the win in the late models, the pro late models. Caden Quapple got the win. In the Cars Tour late models, Carson Quapple got the win. That's pretty cool. Both brothers get the, that's really wild. So good luck. Congratulations to them. Then they had down at South Alabama Speedway, they had the Rattler, and this is pretty big for the Southern Super Series. They run 4 or 5 races down there in the Super Series. Ty Majeski got the win in the 250. My buddy Jake Finch finished 7th, and Casey Roderick finished 8th. They're two of my boys that I used to work with Phoenix Racing.
Oh, shoot.
So glad to have them on there doing well. The Baby Rattler was won by Dylan Fetchko, and Casey finished 2nd, and the guy we had on the show a couple weeks ago, Michael Hendy, finished 3rd. In the modifieds, Cody Strickler won. At Southern National, the All-Pro Limited Late Models ran at Southern National. Boo Boo Dalton got the win. That's a name you always got to, well, I mean, Boo Boo DeZero. That's what we'll start calling him. Boo Boo DeZero. Watch and see somebody gonna call you that.
That's what happened now.
Probably gonna call you that. The Bando race was won by Phoenix Kimball. Don't know how many they had down there for the Bandos, but she's done started. She done started off the season with another big win.
Yeah.
And then some good news, just some odd good news. It was really good to see Davey Millard at the banquet. That was really big. But also I heard today or yesterday, I can't remember which one it was, Craig Estep got a clean bill of health as far as the cancer. Still has to have the surgery he was supposed to have, but as far as the cancer part of and I forget what it was. Anyway, there is no cancer there anymore. That has gone. And the kid that had the back surgery and up in New Jersey that I kept up with and everything, he actually got back behind the wheel. They didn't think he was going to get back behind the wheel this fast. He got back behind the wheel last weekend at Southern National, turned some laps. He didn't race, but he did turn some laps to get himself back in the ring. Hopefully he'll be ready when the season, when he gets, gets to the season and he's coming here to race a few times too. Awesome. So that'll be a big deal there. So that's the news from around this area. Our show tonight, we're going to have Ryan Ellis from the Xfinity series. He's going to come on. He's got a busy schedule. He does Xfinity. He does a lot of PR work with a lot of different companies. I think he just got a big promotion in one of those companies. I saw him down at Florence. He was with
he was down there.
With McAnally.
Yeah.
He was down there with them, and they were down there, and he come up in the tower and we talked for a few minutes. But that was really cool. And we got the Sportsman of the Year in the UCARs. Boo Boo DeZero.
I'll have a heck of a day tomorrow.
We got Boo Boo DeZero. We'll have him on in just a few minutes. And then we got Angelo Stellon. Now, you're changing up. You're doing something different this year.
That's right.
So we'll talk about that in a few minutes. He's going to be coming back in Super Street?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you ready for that? Ready for it?
Big step.
And then we got our boy Josh here.
Yeah.
What does your schedule look like? What kind of things you going to be looking? You going to be still doing Dixieland?
Dixieland Fridays for the most part. Langley here. When there's an off week, I'm going to be somewhere. I'm going to
be at Dominion any.
I might take a few trips up there.
Langley's home, but I love going to Dominion. I don't know. I just don't know what it is, but I love being up there.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I'm glad you're going to be back doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. Yeah.
So, I know to have a mother like you've got. I mean, she's just one of those people that what can I say about her?
Not much.
You know that you all at that table over there the other night at the banquet.
Yeah.
Y'all were loud.
It wasn't us. It was them.
Y'all were loud.
Oh yeah, that was my first one. I've never been to one before that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you never been to the banquet?
No. That was my first one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. What, your mom just don't want to take you nowhere? Is that what it is?
I just never felt like going. I don't know. This year it felt different. I just wanted to go.
I mean, looked like the whole family was there.
Yeah.
The whole family showed up with us.
We were all there, yeah.
But
Oh boy, she already up there.
She said they'll separate us next year. I think they might very well separate because I think Stephanie and Christine were really, they were in a whole nother zone that night.
Yeah.
I kept sitting there going, Oh, y'all, please.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
now I guess it's time for him to cut loose. And your mom's such a, she can just be one of those weird people. Glad you can just.
I put up with it.
Yeah. I'm glad you do. I mean, you and your sister put up with a lot.
Yeah.
I told, where were we at?
They were in Martinsville.
Martinsville. I came back and told him, oh, you ought to have seen your son and daughter.
Yeah,
they were up there going,
yeah.
They were up there being all crazy and everything. Oh, that's you.
What'd you do?
I was sitting there going, who is this? So I'm trying to figure that. So that's her. Jason Eason is, Scott's not here. He had a car wreck, Jason, and he's not with us. Broke his foot, and so he's not with us at all. He's going to be about 6 weeks before he gets back. I'm sorry to hear your ALS is getting worse. Hopefully I'll get a chance to get down there real soon to see you down in Charlotte. My plan is to come down within the next couple weeks and roam around some in Charlotte. I hadn't had a chance. Amanda Kimball, Phoenix Kimball's mom's on here. Hello, Amanda. I'm glad she sent me a note, showed me a picture of her winning in Victory Lane, last week. That was a big deal. So, Phoenix is, I don't know what it is about her, but I've kind of taken a liking to her, like to see her, do well.
She don't let the guys beat up on her.
No.
That's what it is.
And I am so glad.
Yeah.
I'm so glad she don't do that.
Someone needs to.
Now we got rid of Riley Music. He's going somewhere else now. So, he'll be on the limited late models.
Yeah.
So what's your take on the limited late models?
I can't wait for them. I think we're gonna have a good field.
I hope so. I've been hearing a lot of hope that the Dominion guys will come down here.
Yeah.
But the COVID stuff stopped it the last time.
It did. Yeah.
And this time, you got to think about the cost of diesel gas to get back and forth here is expensive. So you don't know how many you don't know how many are going to show up. How many are going to travel is the next thing.
Back and forth. Yeah.
So Sean Atkinson don't be eating all the pizza there, boo-boo DeZero. So you got to work with him tomorrow?
Yeah.
You know you're stuck there. You know that, right?
He just lost his plug to his Facebook page.
I can't wait. And you know what? The night of the first race, I'm probably up here with Brian. When they introduce, y'all hear the first night? Y'all run the first night here?
No, we do not.
You do not? Okay, so y'all run the second opener. Okay, well, I know I'll be here for that one. So I'm gonna go in there and tell Brian when he introduces you, call you Boo Boo DeZero.
I've been called worse, but I have a feeling that's gonna stick now.
Yeah.
So anyway, got a lot going on. So hopefully, Brian will be checking in with us in just a few minutes. Have you been talking to Brian Morehouse about?
Every now and then, yeah. We'll talk a few times, yeah.
Well, I'm glad he talks to you. He don't call me much anymore.
We're family anyway.
Huh?
Yeah.
Your family?
Yeah. We're cousins.
You and Brian Morehouse are cousins? And you actually said that on here, where everybody here? I don't know if I'd want. Remind me to tell you some stories about Brian.
Oh, boy. Oh.
I got some good ones. Just ask him when you see him how he got the nickname Lugnut.
Oh boy. Lugnut. Oh boy.
Guess I made out all right.
Huh?
Guess I made out all right.
Oh, you did compare to this one. You did compare to this one. So anyway, hopefully we'll get Ryan on here in a couple minutes and get him started and talk with him. And Eddie Clark says, I got the best story. A good story on Brian Morehouse. I bet you do have some good stories. Hey, Brian, Eddie, you need to talk to your buddy and see when he's ready to come over here and be on the show, because I'm ready for him to come over here. Get him over here. I can't remember, John Phillips or something like that is his name. He's going to come over here. And he raced out here for years and years and years. So, I was out there today with Butterbean and Phil Warren. They were out here testing today. And I went out there and hung out with them. you sit there and think about Phil Warren and all these championships and everything
Yeah.
he's won and how many he's won with different drivers.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's and if you really look at it, it's different eras.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's not the same as when you had, well, he did CE, CE Falk. He
Yes,
did,
sure
that was, and I don't know how many he won. But anyway, yeah, John Phillips, you need to get him to come on out here and you know what you got to do when he comes. So we need you to be here. I might even ask old Josh to come back and be here that night. So anyway, anything you want to talk about? Any racing you want to talk about? How about Butterbean going to dirt racing this year?
Oh, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I think he's gonna do good. It's gonna be different for him, but I think he'll do good. Cause is he in Staten's?
He's gonna be in Staten's car. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be a lot of fun for him.
Oh yeah.
It'll be interesting to watch how he handles dirt.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, all right. Come on, Ryan. We're ready for you. And I try to fix these 15-minute intervals so we can, get through it. It's always something screws it up. At least it won't boo-boo dog. Or boo-boo DeZero, excuse me. Yeah, that's exactly right, Eddie. We will have you come on and be a co-host, and we're going to have a barbecue dinner.
Oh. Whoa.
So hey, I'm all for some of Eddie Clark's barbecue. So anyway, all right, here's Ryan Ellis. Got Ryan on here. Oh, he done got up and walked away from the camera now. No. So let's go ahead and get Ryan on. Good evening, Ryan Ellis. How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. What about you?
I'm hanging in there as best I can do right now, but it's one of those things. Man, you've been doing pretty good in the Xfinity car the last 2 weeks.
Thank you. It's been a ride. Man, I'm not gonna lie. Today I've freaking been worn out. I've been trying to put some more deals together. Just trying to take a step back on it all, but it's been an amazing season so far. Just actually getting an opportunity in some mid-tiered equipment. It's been unbelievable, really.
I mean, it's really cool for you. I mean, you've got so much stuff going on, and I know you spend a lot of time working on trying to get deals together to help you out.
Yeah, more than I think literally anybody knows. Today has been. You wake up a lot of days and you feel like you're going to make some forward progress, and you end up kind of on a treadmill. Today's been one of those days of just putting a few deals together. A few deals fall apart, and that's why I look so stressed right now. Literally, I've not come out of the tunnel of today yet, but it's all worth it when you get to the racetrack. But man, 9 days out of 10, absolutely very, very, very stressful, but so worth it.
I mean, with everything you got going on, you're a PR guy. You do a lot of PR stuff and all that I've seen and everything. How do you get time to do all the other things that you need to do?
I don't get anything done. That's it feels that way a lot of times. I'll just pulled up my phone, the baby cam, because I was on dad duty today. My wife is a nurse. She works 3 or 4 days a week, 12-hour shifts. So it's a lot of the time it's just me and hanging out with a baby. And that's a lot of work in itself, as anybody that's a parent knows. But I have a lot of good people that work with me. I'm very lucky to have a group that surrounds me, and I'm not doing it all myself anymore. I'm just we're doing it the old-fashioned way. We're definitely grinding it out a lot.
Now, give us, a lot of people probably don't know, especially around here, a lot of people don't know what your history has entailed as far as the sport is concerned. I mean, I know you've been around for a little while. Tell us a little bit about your history in the sport.
Yeah, I'm a third-generation race car driver. Been racing for, I don't know how old I am right now. Can't think about it. 28 years, I think. So I've been racing since I was about 4 years old. My grandfather was killed in a racing accident in 1958, the same year that my father was born. He raced his whole life, and I went up through quarter midgets, legends cars, late models, ran out of money at late models, and then we went over to spec Miatas, and we're just kind of messing around with that. Got selected to a reality TV show called Racing Under Green, which was hosted by Volkswagen. And by doing that, I got pulled into Grand Am, won a bunch of races there, and then happened to be at a racetrack with Jimmy Means when he needed a starting park driver at Road America. And somehow ended up in a nationwide series car that weekend and been wandering around the NASCAR garage for about 10 years now. So I have like the most confusing, convoluted route to NASCAR, and it's somehow not, it's still confusing and convoluted, but it's still going the right direction. It's going up.
Well, I mean, hey, that's what's got to happen. You got to make it work to your advantage to go up and keep going. Now, how did you get hooked up with Alpha Prime Racing?
I mean, honestly, just me and Tommy are really good friends. I will say, like, I saw Tommy put in an article, I think it was in The Athletic a few years ago. They asked him who his best friend in NASCAR was, and he said it was me. So yeah, I'm going to hold that over his head for the rest of the time. But no, I just had a lot of respect for them, and things we had a lot of bad luck at the end of last year with the team I was running with BJ McLeod. Great team, had some great runs, but just kind of looking at some other opportunities, and it worked out really good. Obviously, I'm stoked, so excited every time I get in the car. And sitting out this weekend's going to suck. I'll tell you that. It's going to feel awful.
So will you be going to the race or just sitting, or are you going to be at home watching it?
My wife works Saturday, Sunday, so I am on diaper and baby duty.
Oh, okay. You're in trouble.
Yeah. I'll be hanging out at home. I'll be watching the race, rooting on Sage and Tommy. And then I think Coda's next week. I think I have an opportunity there, but I'm probably going to turn it down. I hopefully didn't just tell him over the interview, but no, it's just I'm trying to be more selective of my opportunities now because we're developing a brand. And I haven't been the best for that in the past. I've taken a lot of rides just because I love racing and I have a lot of, faith in my talent and hard work that I can make races and just grind it out. But I'm trying to develop that brand of being that guy, now.
I mean, I saw you down at Florence, and you're always in the mix somewhere along the line with a lot of things. How much time do you actually spend with your PR part as far as, and then trying to get yourself a ride? I mean, or get you sponsorship for your ride.
I feel like I don't sleep, so you can take that out of the equation. But it's I work right now at Shelby Park Marketing. They're the same company that manages me, so it's a weird balance because obviously I work for them, they work for me. But we also work with Sage Karam, Ty Majeski, and some grassroots drivers. So I like this week I've been doing a good bit of work for Sage. Getting him ready for Atlanta and his partners. Would be the same way at Coda, and I think he might be running Richmond. I'm not sure. So I'll be doing a lot of work there, but I've always spent time, after 5 o'clock, working on my own stuff. Just now I'm able to work on it a little bit more during the day. But literally from like the moment I wake up till 3 a.m. when I fall asleep, it's pretty much grinding away. That's why I look the way I do. I've lost like 17 pounds. I'm like, instead of stress eating, I'm just forgetting to eat at this point.
Tell me, I've got some racers in here with me tonight, and tell me how you go about approaching sponsors or partners, I guess is a better word. Approach them to help you out to get going. Tell us how you do that.
I wish there was like a straightforward way. For me, it's just trying everything. We've gotten partners literally in every single way, from Instagram direct messages to, typical networking to LinkedIn. I've literally contact forms on websites, everything. We've tried it all. And we sell it as more than just putting your logo on a car. We sell it as bring your guests out to the racetrack. We'll give them some hospitality, take pre-race photos, create a whole marketing effort around it. There's a lot of B2B opportunities and introductions that we're able to make within the NASCAR garage. So I only say that like the on-car presence is really like a third of it. And then you have the media, the social media, the actual marketing program that we build around it. There's just a lot to it. It really depends on the partner. But I mean, in terms of like typical outreach, it literally, there's no real way that I could say it has more success than anything else. It's just a matter of trying everything.
When you get a driver, let's say any driver comes to you in your PR efforts and everything, and they come to you, how much do you tell them that social media is a big part of what they're doing? You can do it right or you can do it wrong, and it can affect you either way. So
Yeah,
how much time do you spend that?
I've said that like you could send 1,000 phenomenal tweets and like build your brand up. It only takes one to like burn it back down. And it's true. I try to just be myself on social media, which is good and bad. I don't think I'm stupid on social media because that's just kind of how I am. I think I tweeted a few minutes ago, like I need my own reality TV show so people can see this chaos because that's literally how I feel right now. Probably how I look. But I think it's just about being yourself. You know, you got to be yourself. You got to build a brand and like show people who you are. I think a lot of these young drivers now are afraid to show people who they really are. And I get that. It is terrifying. You have a lot more to lose than you do have to gain in social media. But without social media, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now by any means. So I don't have any money. Like I work a normal job. And if you don't have that kind of money to pay your way up to the top, you gotta brand your way to the top and sell your way to the top.
Now, you said you're hitting and missing or picking what you want to do in some of these races. What is your schedule going to look like the rest of the year, or do you have anything firmly in place?
That's a good. Literally, I'm not kidding. It changes every single day. If I looked at like the NASCAR schedule in front of me, I'd probably could tell you. It's like I've run 2 this year. I probably have between 9 and 11 left, like signed for, and accounted for. I know we have an announcement probably about 9 days from now, but I'm hoping we could fill that season out. The thing with Alpha Prime is they're very full. They have like 3 or 4 races left, and I want to stay within that umbrella because I think we're building a brand there. But yeah, it'll be between probably around 10 more races at least, which will get me to 100 NASCAR races. So I'm stoked about that. I feel like I'm just getting my start though with with this team.
Yeah, I mean, you've been around for a while. I would have thought it'd been more than that, but that's a pretty good deal that you got 100. That's pretty wild.
Most people are like, "Hey, is this your first season?" I'm like, oh, good, I'll take that because it's a fresh start.
No, I know I've seen you around a lot, so I mean, I know you're around. How much do you do? You say you work with grassroots drivers. How much time do you spend with them as far as going out and watching them or being a part of what they do?
So this will be a weird answer. I love helping people. I love being a part of people's journey. Hopefully I'm not overstepping by like saying it, but like I feel like I had a big part with Josh Balicki, Garrett Smithley, and a lot of those young guys that have come through the sport. But in terms of like watching racing outside of like Xfinity, Truck, and Cup, I don't watch anything. So like if I'm in the race, I'll watch it. Like the Chili Bowl stuff, I watch everybody. But like, I mean, if people reach out to me, I'm more than happy to help out however I can, whether that's networking, sponsorship, whatever. I'm just the worst race fan in the world because I feel like I'm constantly in the trenches of trying to sell and do stuff for my sponsors. So I literally don't know like any of the ARCA drivers. Like I probably couldn't name one. I know I can't name one. So just try to think of one. I can't name one. So, yeah, I mean, anybody that reaches out, I'm more than happy to help because I feel like, favors are always paid back. And people that Balicki and Smithley, they both passed me and they're both Cup guys now. So they help me out all the time and we're good friends now. But I suck at watching racing. I just never watch.
Well,
that's about it.
Yeah, well, hey, at least you're honest about it. I mean, you don't want to watch it if you're not in it. I understand that.
No, it drives me crazy enough to like watch my car on track to like watch other people race too. I'm like, no, I'm good. Just drink my Four Loko and hang out. Yeah,
then get you something to drink and go change a dirty diaper, and you'll be ready to go for the.
Yeah, that's I'm like after today, this is not a paid ad. This is just what I needed.
Well, Ryan, we appreciate you spending a little time with us tonight. I know you're a busy person, got a lot going on, and good luck to you. Hopefully, you're going to be around at Richmond and some of those places when you get, maybe we'll see you around somewhere there.
Not currently scheduled for Richmond, but somewhere around there, I'll be racing for sure. And like I said, any grassroots guys that are there at the on the show, share my email. I'm more than happy to help anybody. Like I really mean that. I like having people out at the racetrack and finding everybody's journey because it's everybody's got a really unique story. They got to struggle, and I've been there. And the fact that I'm here is crazy, let alone that I've survived this long. So I'm more than happy to help anybody. It makes me feel a lot better about myself. That's for sure.
Well, you do a good job of what you do to be able to stay in it like you do, and even though you don't get a lot of sleep. You do a
I'm
good job.
sleep, man, at this point.
All right, man. Well, hopefully I'll see you. Hope to see you around Richmond, Martinsville, Charlotte, somewhere. And
You'll see me in Martinsville. I'll be at Martinsville.
you will be at Martinsville. Okay. Well, I'll be there too. All right, man.
Come hang out.
So we'll hang out, man. I'll come out and hang out with you for a few minutes and see how you're doing.
Yeah, let's hang out and have a drink after the race.
All right, man. All right, I'll talk to you later. Appreciate your time.
All right. Yeah, thanks, guys. Have a
Thank
good
you.
one.
Appreciate it.
it.
Cool guy. I mean,
Yeah, sure seems
I
like
have seen him at every racetrack near about. Every time I turn around, he's there. I did not know, and I'm honest to God's truth, I did not know he was a PR guy. I thought he was just hanging out trying to get him a ride. You know, that's what I was thinking. Hey, he's hanging out trying to get him a ride. That's all he's here for. But he does PR. I know he's tied in with McAnally and the car store. I know all that stuff he said earlier about the people he's tied with.
Yeah.
That is a big deal. And for him to be able to come back and get a ride with Alpha Prime, even though it's not the top of the line, but it's better than what he's been.
Exactly. Yeah, a lot better.
So, I mean, he's got a, hey, Andrew Fuller, I know you ain't doing nothing. So, but anyway, and that's
It surprises me a little bit that he doesn't watch anything.
well, I can understand
I
that.
can too, but
From a former driver standpoint, when I got out of racing years ago, as far as driving race cars, I didn't like looking at it either. And I made a serious commitment not to look at it.
oh wow,
I made a serious commitment. I'm baseball. My son was a baseball player.
gotcha.
And so I'm saying I'm stuck on baseball. I mean, he was a heck of a ball player. And I'm saying, okay, this is what he's going to do.
Yeah, I'm focused on him now.
But no,
Just,
that didn't happen.
it just pulled you right back in.
The thing about it is, last game of his baseball career, he threw his equipment down in front of me, and he said, "Dad, I can't play ball because we're in Southampton County. It's not a baseball area.
Yeah.
I cannot compete when I'm not playing every day like some of these other guys are.
Yeah.
I can't do that."
Yeah.
That's not exactly what do you think you're going to do now?
Yeah.
He said, "I'm going to Charlotte."
Oh wow.
And me and him went to Charlotte, and he ended up going down there and walking around, passing out resumes, and got hired by the Wood Brothers.
No way.
Yeah, he was hired by the Wood Brothers the first time we went down there.
Wow.
And we were coming back up the road, and we had already been down and dropped resumes off. And he was a little depressed coming back up the road, and was coming down, and all of a sudden his phone rang, and he answered it, and the guy says, "Yeah." And he said, yeah, I'll be there. So I'm listening to the conversation. I said, "You're going to be where?" He said, "I start work Monday morning."
Whoa.
And that's just being in the right place at the right time. And he went to work at the Wood Brothers JTG, both they were together then. He went to work there that following Monday. I had to turn around on the interstate and go straight back to Charlotte because he had no place to live.
Right, yeah.
So I had to go find him a place to live. We spent the weekend down there, drove home, got his stuff, went back to Charlotte, moved him in his place. He went to work Monday morning.
Wow.
And then he went, he went over from there. He went to, he got laid off from there because they were cutting back because of the breakup of JTG Doherty.
Yeah.
They broke back, and he kind of laid out for a little while. Then he went to Spartanburg and worked for James Finch.
Oh.
And that was a big deal because he made it all the way to car chief there. He was the car chief on the Cup car.
Wow.
And so he was excited about that. And then he got hired by Michael Waltrip.
Oh.
He went to work with Michael Waltrip. Well, that didn't work out too good there because a lot of things were going on, and that didn't work out. He stayed out of work for a couple of weeks, and they hired him at Hendrick Motorsports.
Hendrick.
So he was with Jeff Gordon for the last 3 years of Jeff Gordon's career, and he started with Chase Elliott, and then he decided that they were doing a lot of cutbacks and stuff like that because of the money situation, how everything was. They were cutting back. So he went to work at Richard Childress.
Oh.
Because his buddy worked over Richard Childress. They hired him over there. But then he said, "No, Dad, I can't do this anymore because I have a family. I got to potentially take care of that. I got to do everything. I can't do it." So now he's flying airplanes.
Oh, all right then.
So he went all the way. All right, Boo Boo DeZero,
Come over here.
come on in and have a seat right here with us.
Baseball airplanes.
Yep. And let me tell you something. I knew how he drove, so I didn't want to fly with him too much. I can tell you that. But anyway, all right, here is Robert DeZero.
Boo Boo DeZero.
Boo Boo DeZero. You're gonna hear that tomorrow anyway. But the sportsman of the year in the UCARs.
Yes, sir.
So that's a pretty big deal. Get sportsman of the year.
It is. I'm not sure if I was actually voted on or if that's because they messed my name up on last year's banquet.
Oh,
No. I'm gonna take it though.
Well, I think it was voted on.
yeah, it's voted on.
The officials vote on it, I think.
Yeah.
So you in tight with the officials, see?
I was the race fuel supply distribution engineer for a year down here, so.
So you know his mom.
Yeah.
You know his mom. You know his mom.
Oh yeah, we get along great.
Well, see, that's one of us gets along with. You get along with her too? You better. That's your best friend?
You're in trouble.
I know.
I don't believe I've ever heard a girlfriend say the mama is her best friend.
They're exactly like, they like everything the same. Everything.
Oh, I'm not trying like you then.
I'm nice.
You are?
Yeah.
You're awful quiet though. How do you fit in?
Oh, she fits in at home. She's
Yeah.
just out of her zone, out of her. Yeah.
I mean, she was loud the other night at the banquet, but
I was not. You shush.
so anyway, so tell us how you got started in racing. What got you started?
Truthfully, what got me started was Wacky Wednesday.
Oh, you like the Wacky Wednesday?
Yeah, I used to run around on the streets out here, and I heard about Wacky Wednesday, and I was like, circle track, whatever, no. And I came out here and watched one week. After that, I was on the track and was there every race for 3 or 4 years, and then I came out and seen a Saturday race, and I saw the enduros out there. I was like, I gotta get out there and do that. So it took a little while. I actually pumped gas and sat out here and watched enduros and everybody run, and I finally came across a car cheap and started running enduros and decided to move on out of enduros and try to do something a little different. I was hoping I wasn't going to tear my car up as much in UCARs, but
So how'd you tear your car up? So, getting down to the end of the year and you go tear your car up?
I guess I didn't get that good Asian driving gene or something. I don't know. I'm trying, but it ain't working.
Well, you got to do the best you can with what you
Yeah.
got. So, but I mean, I think it's really cool. We sit up here and look at those used car races. That is some competitive stuff.
It's fun. Like I said, I came from Wacky, so I was familiar with the Hondas, and that's what I liked. And then as soon as they opened up to UCAR, so the Hondas, I was like, I'm there, I'm going. So we slapped something together, and we've been here since.
Tell us what all you have to do to get a UCAR, to make a UCAR legal for here.
Basically, it's just to throw a 4-point cage in it and strip everything out of it and get some rims and tires. That's a bare minimum right there.
A lot of people have said, Josh may know this better than I do, but a lot of people have said they need to make that a mini stock series.
Yeah,
That would be fun.
pretty much.
It'll allow us to do a little bit more with the
Yeah.
cars because we're very limited. Basically, it's enduros with a little more safety equipment involved, a little more caged, and a little more rules, but it's pretty similar to the enduro.
So how many wins have we gotten in the
Just one. Just one.
Just one?
Just one.
I mean, you
I got it by default, so I'm still trying to get me a real win.
got it by default.
Yeah.
Somebody get disqualified.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So it was a good friend of mine, so I felt bad, but
So we're not gonna call his name.
no, I'm not gonna call it. Everybody knows who it is, and it was by 1 degree of camber, so it broke my heart. So that was the only one I got. I don't like to claim it. I got it. I like it, but I want to get my real
But
one.
see, when you look at the records, it still says you got
It's
a win.
still there,
It doesn't
but
matter.
I want to be in victory lane on Saturday night. I don't want to have to come back
Oh,
a different
yeah.
night afterwards and take my pictures. So,
That's true. I mean, that does.
I mean, I was told it's hard to get one, so take it, be proud of it, which I am, but I still want to get me.
What do you want to do? Are you satisfied with like the U cars, or are you thinking somewhere down the road maybe I can move up to?
Oh yeah, I'm happy in UCAR, but I mean, I would like to get in super streets or something like that. I like trucks, but they're kind of running the same lap times as us, so I like to get something a little bit quicker. But I can afford UCAR right now, So that's what I'm going to stick with. But if I get an opportunity to run something else, I'll run something else.
Well, who all helps you with your car when you're?
Sean Atkins is a big help. He races the 44 modified, so he's a great big help. He basically my right hand man, him and I, and then my buddy Seth Campbell. It's just us in the garage doing what we can do to get out here every Saturday.
Wow.
And then I got Cousins Towing, one of my main sponsors. I got Matco Tools. Cliff helps me out greatly. He sponsors a few other drivers out here in the UCAR class also, and A&J Roofing. And then my ex-father-in-law, Jimmy Creech, he runs Creech Floor Services, and they all just pitch in. If it wasn't for them, I couldn't afford to be out here.
Dang.
So.
Got the ex-father-in-law helping you out too.
Oh,
That's pretty wild.
Great guy. So
I don't believe I'd ever have that problem. Anyway, so if you had your druthers of something, have you ever raced any dirt? I mean,
no, I haven't. I'd like to try dirt, but I heard Saluda doesn't run anything in the
Dixieland.
Hondas.
Dixieland?
Dixieland does.
Might have to go try it one
Yeah.
time. I'd like to try it.
oh, Dixieland would be a blast.
Might give it a shot one day.
Okay.
But I'm struggling to race every single race here right now. So if I get some more sponsors, maybe we can travel around a little more.
With everything that's going on right now, with the supply chain problems that we're having in the sport itself, all the way around, how does that affect you guys in the UCARs and the Enduros and stuff like that? As far as, there's things getting to be where you can't get parts to some of this stuff, and you have to do some really creative things.
That's what's nice to be in the Hondas. There's so many junk Hondas out there, and I've been in the Honda scene forever, so it's just I can get parts pretty easy. But yeah, there's a lot of internet searching. You got to do a lot of internet searching, and then you got to make sure you look at them ship dates.
Yeah,
that's where they'll get you is on them ship dates. So just a lot of internet searching if you can't find it locally. It's not bad, but it is a little hurdle you got to work through. So.
That's pretty good, but then they only have two guys helping you out. Now you got to rebuild your whole car this year and start from scratch.
And let's see, Sean races modifieds, and we normally schedule the same night. So we're both scrambling, trying to help each other because I spot for him and help work on his car also. So we're both scrambling, and now Seth was our big help, and now he got himself a UCAR to run this year. So now all three of us are running. So we're looking for more help, but we do what we can do. We're just running back and forth from the tower and all over.
Well, that's got to be weird. All three of you gonna have a car
it is
at some point.
We're gonna make it work one way or another. So the good thing is a UCAR, I don't need much. I can do what I need to do, set it, go, make minor adjustments. But the big thing is helping Sean out, getting Sean, because we're trying to get Sean up the pack a little bit more, but we need to do more to the car. So
Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, but if you had your druthers on things that you do around here, what would be the class that you want to race other than UCARs? Let's just don't count the UCARs.
I want to say super streets, but I'm tired of tearing my car up. And them boys tear them cars up every weekend. But I really would like to. I really would like to get into super streets. That just looks fun.
That is a wild class.
It is.
To think about it, it is a really class. It's a
I
tough
feel like
class.
it's like a more sanctioned enduro class almost. Them boys are out there wrecking more than enduros have.
Yeah.
But there's a track. I can't think of where it is now. There is a track that has two enduro classes.
Two.
A V8 enduro class and a 4-cylinder V8 UCAR class.
I think Dominion, but they run them both at the same time.
Well, that's a different type of thing. That's a different. This is a separate, complete class, and I can't remember where it was. I saw part of it this weekend, to where they had a big race in the V8 enduros. I mean, those guys are dead serious. I mean,
That'd be fun. That'd be real fun.
So how you can't have a Honda in a V8 class? So what are you gonna do then?
Whatever I can come across. I don't know. Whatever I can send, I'm going to send if I can.
Well, maybe your sponsor and everybody help you get you
Maybe. We'll see.
the wife.
Yeah, let me just keep saying Cousins Towing over and over again as many times as I can. Maybe we can make something work.
And they're the ones that made sure you got here tonight. Make sure you had time to be.
Oh yeah, they made sure I told them I got invited and I needed to know if I was available. He said, you're available. You're going. So my boss at work, my boss at home both said I was coming. So I was kind of on the fence, but they were both like, you're going.
Yeah,
So.
Josh, he made the comment to me when I talked to him. He said, I was hoping you would never ask me.
It was literally like a week before he did.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And I told my boss that right when I got, he's like, oh yeah, you're going, you're available. So, but he helps me out greatly. If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be on the track. Him and Cliff are my biggest help. So
So do you keep a lot of parts stocked up for, things that, you may need
I
down the
do.
road?
Most of them are all stashed in Sean's garage right now, and his wife probably isn't very happy about it. But yeah, I try to keep as much as I can. And then I have a storage unit from when I moved out years ago, and I'm just stacking stuff in there too. So I try not to spend as much money, so I try to keep everything I can, and if I need it, I got it. So.
Charlie Bryant's done such a great job with the Enduros and UCARs and everything over the last couple of years. What's that meant to you guys to have that? I mean, you get a little bit of recognition behind what he does.
Oh yeah, it helps out, and he also helps if it's for your race car and he's got it, it's yours. And I mean, you can't. That's awesome. That's great. And Donnie Metal at Pete's is the same way too. I went in there the other day and told him I needed a hood, and he was like, "Well, I think I got a Del Sol back there somewhere. Come on by and see what you can get off of it." So it's just that's the thing about racing. Everybody helps each other.
Yeah.
It's crazy, we compete on the field, but everyone's willing to help and throw parts. I crashed my car up, and the people I'm competing against are like, "Hey, I got this. Come grab it." Try to pay for it, and they're like, "No, just come grab it. If I need something, just help me out." And it's awesome.
Yeah, that's the good thing about, and it's here at Langley. I'm sure it's at other places too, and I just don't pay attention to it like I don't pay attention to it like I do here. But here at Langley, when something happens, you might be at odds with him out on the track, but when it's all said and done, they're all willing to help each other get back and get
That's because at the end of the day, we're all just trying to make it and try to get on the track.
Really.
We're all unlimited fun, so it's awesome how everyone comes together and helps. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be able to compete a whole season.
All right, tell us about your tire deal. What kind of tire deal you got? I mean, what kind of deal do they do for y'all for tires?
Well, last season it was you get 5 at the first race and then just one a week. And then I think towards the end you get 1 a week, and then I think I said once a month you can get 2, but they cut that off, and it was just 1 each race. I'm not sure what they're going to do this year.
Yeah.
I have no clue. Because it was slim pickings in there, and some of the stuff we were getting was so fresh. It was poor Basil was having a hard time getting them mounted on there without anything happening to them because they were just so soft, and they just I don't know. It was a struggle.
Yeah, we had gosh, can't think of his name now. Justin. They had Justin on here last week.
Yeah.
And the tire deal is going to be interesting. I talked to Phil about it today. The tire deal is going to be interesting. It's going to be some more problems this year with tires.
I think so.
Well, the good thing is it's going to have to be all the competitors have to run the same thing, where we're going to be doing the same problem. So we're all just going to be out there. It's not like one guy's getting tired, someone else isn't. So it's just something we're going to have to deal with and work with.
So who are your sponsors with your car again? Tell us who they are.
I got Cousins Towing and Recovery. We're out of here, Hampton, Newport News area, but we'll go anywhere. We also have a service center. And I got Matco Tools Cliff. He does a Hampton, Newport News area. AJ Roofing. They do roofing, siding, gutters, name it, exterior work. They do it, and they do good quality work. And then Creech Floor Services. They do any kind of hardwood floors, refinish, laying new stuff, whatever you need hardwood floor wise.
Yeah, I used to love watching the race up here. I can hear Brian in there, Robert DeZero. Now he's going to have something new to say.
He is going to be boo-boo DeZero. I brought some chopsticks to eat my pizza, but I think I might have to smack you on it for doing that, because now I feel like it's going to stick forever.
If it sticks forever,
it's going to stick.
I apologize.
Yeah.
That happens.
It's all right.
It happens.
I dish out so much, it always comes back. So.
It's like Stephanie, Josh's mom. She has to put up with the fact that Josh is her son, and he's really gotten the bad part of being her. It's really bad that he's got to say that's my mom. That's really something else.
And there's also a running joke about me opening my eyes to race. So I brought my Scotch tape today. Well, I can't say Scotch because they haven't sponsored me yet, but hopefully maybe them or 3M can reach out with something.
Now, who teases you with that?
Oh, everybody does.
Everybody.
I tease myself more than anybody else, really, but we just have a good time. It's all about
Well,
fun.
you might be hearing that over the loudspeaker or something.
We actually had some of the wacky guys made a T-shirt with somebody eating pizza with chopsticks.
Oh,
They
my
said,
God.
makes DeZero sense.
I got you. So that's pretty. Somebody said you race too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you ain't said that. What do you race?
I do something different than y'all.
Oh.
I race in mud bogs.
Oh, that's cool.
She races at Dennis Anderson's place.
Yeah.
Oh, you from down that area? Oh, okay. So now I know who I can hit up when we go down to Dennis Anderson to watch some of the racing
I
down
can get you in for free.
there. Cause I mean, I went down there one
I
time.
got his number.
Yeah, she's got a number and everything.
Well, I want to get him on the show. I have tried to get him on the show.
Oh, really?
I've tried to contact him. I've tried to contact the
I know.
monster truck people
Yeah.
and all the, they do PR
Right,
for
yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
His
and I-
youngest son's about my age. We talk and we hang out sometimes.
Well,
Kenny Anderson.
you need to tell him I want him to come on the show. He don't have to come here. We'll do it on the thing.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
I mean, I would love to have him on. It'd be a big deal.
Oh, I love
He's almost as popular as Boo Boo DeZero.
Well, I didn't know who this man was until I walked in here.
Now you know.
I know.
You ain't gonna forget.
Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's a big deal. So, yeah, you got how often do you race?
We used to do it pretty often, but one of our tracks closed down due to financial issues. So now I only have 4 races this year. That's it.
All of it, Dennis's place down
They do it all along the East Coast, but we don't travel, not with those gas prices.
there? Yeah, that's going to be a big deal anyway.
Yeah.
Well, what I want you to do,
Oh boy.
is I want you to get me a schedule of the races. I would love to come down and watch.
I have to schedule on my phone.
Okay, I would love to come down and watch one of those. That'd be cool.
I can get you the tower, yeah.
That would be cool to do again. I mean, I saw it from standing on the side.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we one of our sponsors, we stand up in the tower with them. We have a little special tower on the sideline.
Okay.
We're a big deal.
Their first one's what, April 23rd?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trey Williams says he's never seen you when you're not smiling, Josh. What's the deal?
Oh,
Do you never get mad?
man.
No,
No.
no.
Wow.
I don't.
Do you get mad? Do you get mad out here?
No, I'm here to have a good. I have a good time out here. I mean, I get home and I get mad about what happened while I'm
Right,
here.
yeah.
I don't even race and I get mad out here
You
sometimes.
can't get mad at a fly.
It's not in me. I
He's
don't know.
not a mean bone in that kid's
don't know.
body.
I don't know. It's just,
He gets yelled at work all the time for it.
yeah.
I want to know how you grew up in Stephanie's house and don't have a mean bone. I want to know how that works.
I was curious too.
I'm
I was
adopted.
like,
You're adopted?
Adopt.
you know what?
Digging that hole.
You know, I can see the first night I come out here, I'm
Oh,
gonna have to hide. We'll barely get in this door so she don't see me.
You borrow my chopsticks.
She's gonna give me a hard time for agreeing with you.
Oh, she doesn't agree. She doesn't think he's easy to get along with person.
No, I mean, no, everybody gets along with him.
I want to see you get mad. I want to see you break bad out there, and I'm gonna grab the mic and say, "Uh-oh, look out! Here comes boo boo boo."
My thing is, when you get frustrated and angry, you start not thinking straight,
Right.
and that's when it just starts messing you up. So I just found just try to let go, and that's when you can think more clearly and solve whatever problem you have easier. So there's no reason in getting upset. It's just gonna make it worse to solve whatever problem you're upset about.
Do you have a rival? I mean, a guy that you look at and you say, "I want to beat him. I'm gonna beat him."
I mean, it's kind of, I would say Christian Keller. I mean, we're good friends and I like him, but he got so many wins last year and he got the championship. I'm trying to do that too.
Yep.
Yeah, but we still help each other out. We're great friends and always communicate.
See, when I was racing, I had a rival. You know who my rival was? My brother. And that didn't go over
No.
well.
Oh,
Mine's my stepmom.
yeah. Our whole family does it.
My dad and my
Oh,
stepmom
family.
race.
All right, that's got to. I'm gonna talk to you in a
Yep.
minute, and we're gonna get you on here
Oh,
talking.
no.
Because I've talked to people that race against family members. You don't have any family members you race against.
No.
I've talked to people that race against family members. I don't know if you know the Catalanos.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, there's like 4 of them racing in the modified series.
Yep.
One race, the oldest son and the mom were coming to win the race. They were coming to, and she dumped it.
No way.
He dumped her.
Oh, okay.
He dumped her
Ooh.
for the win.
Oh.
So I asked him, I said, well, how did things go after that? He said, well, it wasn't very nice at home for a few days. He said, I had to go out to eat a lot.
No more joking.
I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna call the mom and get her on the show the next week. So I called her and got her on the show. I said, what's the, yay, Dominic. She said, and next time it comes, it's gonna come back on him too, next time. So, that'd be interesting to see.
Oh, man.
All right, Robert, appreciate you coming and being with us. Don't go anywhere. You got pizza to eat before we leave.
Oh,
Before you leave.
Slide
got
over
your,
there.
you got your chocolate.
We'll slide over there.
Yeah, let's get the main man over here.
Main man.
Yeah, so the one here, man's already, Boo Boo's already said you guys in the Super Stock series or Super Street series already tear up stuff. So
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
all right, man.
So,
Here we go with Angelo State. Now, what all have you raced in the carts out here?
just the wing champs out here with the HRKC. Yeah,
That's all you've
that's
done.
all I've done.
And now you're going
That's right.
Super Street.
How long you been coming out here? Before that?
So we're military. We've
Oh, okay.
lived coast to coast in between, and we moved here from Gloucester, just up the coast and up the road. And well, I came down here my first time 3 years ago actually, because I didn't race that year. I came up here and it just so happened the kart club was racing, and they were running their ads saying, hey, if you want to come race with us, you can. You gotta be this old or whatever. And I was like, oh, that's probably in my budget. So, I got into contact with a guy, my friend, Jared Satterley. He got me a cart and I started
You
racing
claim
with
him as
him.
a friend?
He helps me out a
I
lot.
ain't gonna say nothing. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. So I've only been racing 2 years in the champ carts. Learn a lot there, a lot of the basics, but it's gonna be a lot more jumping into a car,
What was it like when you went out there the other day to practice that car, probably for the first time?
First time.
What was it like to jump in that? I mean, how many laps did it take you to get yourself oriented to what you were doing?
Honestly, I mean, it's an automatic, you know what I mean? So that was easy.
Well, you ain't got no race car.
That's right. But yeah, I hopped in and it only probably took me 3 laps to get going. I wasn't afraid. I wasn't going fast by any means. Like I wasn't turning no 18-second, whatever they do out there. But I got in and it was cool. It was loud.
Until you blew the motor.
So yes, we went out there for my second run. We only did probably maybe 10 laps the first run. Went out there second run, did 2 laps, and then I'm like, I radio in. I said, it feels a little slow, and I couldn't even hear them over the radio. They're yelling at me to slow down. I'm like, I'm having trouble hearing you, and they're doing this on the pit road down there. So I came in, and the valves and the rods, they had a party in there. So.
So now we got another one. We're building another one, getting real.
Yep. Had that going for a while. I bought a block from someone. Then we're not going to use that one, and we got one going with Marty going.
So are you doing most of all this on your own?
Yes. I will say I get a lot of help from Jared. Going all the way back to the carts. I contacted him and I said he was selling it for $2,000, I think. And I was like, look, I'm doing this on my own. And he was trying to get rid of the cart to get money for his daughter Amanda's car. And he broke a deal with me, brought it down to $1,500. And I was like, I can do that. I worked because I was still 15 at that point. I couldn't go get a real job. So I was working, I did a bunch of yard work for these people, and I made enough money over the summer to go and buy it, and I went and bought it. Now to afford the Super Street, Jared is still helping me a lot with storage of the car because I can't store it at my house, and I bought the car all on my own, my money, working a lot over the summer. I got 2 fast food jobs.
Jeez.
And so yeah, Jared and them, the Empty Pockets Racing crew, they helped me out a lot with the storage. I don't have enough money for a trailer. My money's going to a motor, so they're loaning me a trailer, and they're just helping me out a lot with that.
Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, to be doing it on your own.
Yeah.
To have to do this on your own and have all these people helping you. you can't do it without the help. I mean, there's
Yeah.
no doubt you can't
And
have.
that was very apparent to me. I came out, my first kart race, I came out there and, you know, Jared helped me a lot. We threw together this kart, and it wasn't gonna be no front runner the first year. It's my first year racing. And very first race, I was surprised because we had a bunch of things go wrong throughout the day. And we had the leeches, they came, they loaned me a clutch. We had the wall trips, they came, we were having some fuel problems with the new motor, the LO206s, and they came and helped. And I was surprised because you know, I've wrestled and I've played baseball and the other team doesn't help you.
No.
You come to racing
It's
and they're
hard.
like, hey, you need some help? Well, here's a wrench. Here you go. And
So what are your goals, let's say, for this coming year in the super streets? I mean, it's going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big change for you.
Mhm.
So what are some of your goals that you want to accomplish this coming year in super street?
I want to run every race so I can't wreck. You know what I mean? So I want to run every race and just improve and learn every race. I'm not looking to go out there and win because I gotta be realistic, and I don't want to go and wreck anyone, I guess. So kind of same as my first year in karts, was just make every race, learn a lot, and then come back the second year and be more competitive.
That's basically how you got to do it. You got to be able to.
Yep.
You got to be able to walk before you can run.
That's right.
So
That's right.
that's the big thing. So,
Mhm.
and you got to be able to say, I finished the laps, I did this, do that.
Yeah.
You can't get in over your
You
head.
gotta take
too much.
those small victories,
Yeah.
build your way up. You know.
I mean, how did you come about doing this? I mean, you like. I know you have what you said you like about the sport and everything, but
Mhm.
I mean, how did you? I mean, you know, and I'm gonna be blunt. I'm just gonna be blunt about it. A lot of people, a lot of kids, or younger folks, and I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes, but I'm saying a lot of them get into this
Mhm.
and they don't know what they're doing and they don't care. And let's go out there, I'm gonna run that thing till it falls
We're
apart.
gonna go fast.
Right.
That's all
Doesn't
I'm
have
talking about.
Fast turn left.
Yeah.
If you have to
Yeah.
work on it yourself
Mhm.
and do all the work,
Mhm.
you appreciate it.
Yeah.
I mean, I did it with mine.
And that's how it is for me.
So I mean, when I was racing, I had to do that.
Mhm.
So I had to make sure that if I'm going to race, I sure can't go out there and act like a fool,
Yep.
like boo-boo DeZero.
Yeah.
But
Well, I came about racing. Truthfully, I like to blame it on my mom because she had me watching, you know, the Cars movie, the animated movie, and Ricky Bobby and all that. But really, I mean,
I'm a little confused here now.
really, I've always liked racing more than any other sport. And like I said, I played a lot of sports. And
But how did you get your knowledge of what to do?
oh,
You have to.
knowledge?
You have to
I'm
go
still
out.
learning.
But I'm saying, to get to where you are now,
Yeah.
you have to know something to be able
Yeah.
to start. I mean, you started the champ cart
Mhm.
and got all that, and
Mhm.
probably didn't know a whole lot about champ carts when you got there.
Then know nothing.
And you had the knowledge to be able to do some stuff,
Mhm.
you know, maybe not the right stuff sometimes,
Yeah.
but to be able to
Yeah.
do stuff. And then you're going to go to a super street this
Mhm.
year. How did you gain this knowledge that you feel that you could do this?
It's a lot of shop nights. You learn a lot. I'm still not there to be able to do it on my own. No way, shape, or form. With the knowledge of it, there's a lot that I need to learn. But working with the carts, you learn the basics, you know, and working with Jared, he taught me some of his basics. And then I went and worked with the wall trips, Chris Bechtel and Jeffrey Johnson and all the wall trips up there. And they taught me a lot about the kart race, and I got competitive. You know, I went down to their shop. They taught me some stuff, and it's just going and learning from other people. That's all it is. And I still need to learn a lot because they're really on the knowledge side, I'm not ready for a super street. I can probably go out there and drive it, but being able to fix it, you know what I mean?
But see, that's a different thing. I mean, look at Scott Allen.
Mhm.
You know, he races, and you could probably put a monkey in the car and be just as good as. But you can race,
Mhm.
but for somebody to be able to work on their own cars
Yeah.
and be able to, you know, I'm not saying do everything. I mean,
Mhm.
you know, I didn't know how to do everything to a car,
Right.
but I knew enough.
Yeah.
I guess somebody said I know enough to be dangerous, but anyway, but anyway, I mean, really, I mean, that's the way it is. And,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I take a lot of, you know, I look up to you for that because you're doing something a lot of kids in the racing do not do.
Mhm.
Yep.
They do not even, you know, they go strap themselves in a car and
Yeah.
say, okay, boom,
Yeah.
look at me.
Yeah.
You know, and after they get out, they walk away and
Yeah,
somebody
they
else
don't
has to
even
take care of
look.
it, you know.
Must be nice. Yeah.
And that's, I have a hard time with that. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
you,
That's not what the sport is. It's not.
a driver, a young driver,
Mhm.
okay, let's talk a young driver. A young
Yeah.
driver needs to know what the car is doing.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yep.
I mean, I've seen, and I'm not pointing fingers at nobody, and probably somebody gonna know who I'm talking about, but I've seen people that jump in a car, race it, you tell them what you're doing to the car, they don't have a clue.
Mhm.
No. No.
And I've actually seen, and this is actually true, and a lot of people have said it, I've seen people get in a car, go out there and they come back, man, this car is loose, man, gotta do this, gotta do that. We're loose, we can't handle the car. So they'll go in, make a change, call them, come back, same thing, loose,
Yeah.
can't be loose.
Hey, we changed it.
It can't be loose.
Yeah.
So they'll mess with it again, they go back out, come back, man, it's worse than it was before. He said, man, come on now. So the next time they went out, they didn't touch it. Went in, leaned in the window, and said, all right, this is what you got now. Guy went out, he said, man, that car was like a top.
They didn't
And he
touch it.
didn't touch it, didn't even mess with the car.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what you're doing,
Mhm.
and that's a good thing that you do.
And I'm learning, going down to the shop and getting under the car and getting on that cold shop floor. You learn, you know.
So how many days a week do you go down there and work on the car?
Whenever I'm not working, really. I could probably go down there. I went down there 3 days, and that's all the way down Matthews. It's a long drive from up here in Pocosin. I went down there 3 days a couple weeks ago. This past week, I went down there 2 days, just kind of prepping, getting ready to test. I was at least 1 day a week, and I'm going down there the whole day, sometimes eight and up hours being there, working on either my car, helping on someone else's car, just being there and trying to learn as much as I can.
Well, I applaud you for that
Thank you.
because I
Thank
think it's a big deal that you're making an effort. You really
And
want
it's fun too.
it. You want
That's
it.
the
Yeah,
good thing. That's
it's
the good
fun,
thing. If
you
it's
know.
fun.
It's not, we're all buddies there. So we have a good time, and they're teaching me, and they'll make fun of you if you do something wrong, but you'll learn,
Yeah.
you know, it's fun.
I've said here with some people, not necessarily here at Langley, but it's other places that I've been around, and I've seen them, and I said, man, I lean in and talk to them. What do you think? What do you think? They give you all kinds of.
They start mumbling.
They start
yeah.
mumbling, and then you
Yeah.
look at them, and you know, you gotta want this.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
the car's not gonna handle like you want it
Yeah,
every
right off the
time.
bat,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's like today, Butterbean, I'm not gonna go into specific, but I mean, there was things going on with the car that, you know,
Yeah.
but they have a plan. They know what,
Mhm.
okay, the old tires is a problem.
Yep.
So, you know, they're not sure they're in there because of the old tires or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
But see, they have a plan. That's what you need to do. And
Yeah.
that's what I applaud you for doing that.
Yeah.
Yep, we're taking baby steps, getting there, getting ready, you know.
So when will your motor be ready to go?
Not sure. I know Marty's a good guy. I'm gonna let him do his thing. It'll be ready before the season. So hoping to either rebuild the one that we got that had a fit the other day, rebuild that one, go out again, or
You gonna be much rebuilding on that one.
Yeah.
it, by the looks of it, again, my knowledge, I'm not some engine guru or something, you know, but by the looks of it, it's not terrible. But we're hoping to get a couple more test days.
What do you not consider terrible? I mean, I like your optimism. I like your optimism. I mean, that's cool.
Mhm.
But you just said a few minutes ago, them things were turned sideways and everything. What is not terrible?
It's in one piece, except for those bent up pieces.
Few pieces.
You took the motors in one piece?
Yeah. Block's still there.
Okay. Jared Sauer says it's terrible.
My bad.
Well.
So if he says it's terrible,
Yeah, yeah. He knows more than me.
I've seen people blow motors and everything. You may have a block there, but that block ain't gonna be hitting on much either, so
Mhm.
you might have to go down and do some work on that too.
Mhm.
So who are your sponsors this year?
So I've got 3 sponsors so far, and I've got Pole Pursuit Marketing. He's a brand new business coming up through, and he's just trying to help out people like me, new people trying to get their image
Yeah.
out there.
There you go.
Talked to him, and he came on board, and he immediately got me a sponsor with a local mobile detailer, Marable's Mobile Detailing.
There you go.
And he does, I mean, you go to his Instagram, he's got like Porsches, and he does all this detailing for these cool cars and stuff. And he had
Expensive.
a G-Wagon up there the other day.
Expensive.
Expensive, oh yeah.
So he can afford you.
And of course, I've got Maritime Mayhem up there with all their help they do with me. That's Jared's dad. He does charter fishing, Maritime Mayhem, and got them on the car too.
Now, Jared just sent me another message, and he said, "Don't listen to you."
Oh.
He said because 5 push rods were completely snapped.
They
Oh.
snapped.
Oh.
That's not bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
That's not bad.
Still got some left.
If them 5 push rods bent or snapped, I ain't too sure there's anything else that you need to worry about on that motor.
Yeah.
Just pull it out and get rid of it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I appreciate you being here tonight. Thank you a lot for being here, and I think you're doing a great job being able to work on your own
Yeah.
cars and
Yeah.
do it for yourself.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
really cool.
Yeah.
And so, good luck to you this year.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll be watching you.
Yep.
Just don't get in over your head.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try not to.
And, I mean, there's some crazy people in that.
All right. Yeah, I've seen them.
I ain't gonna call no names, but there's some
No,
crazy ones in there.
okay.
I've seen them this past year,
Yeah.
and I still thought it was a good idea.
I don't know about that. Anyway, want to appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Boo Boo DeZero.
Yep.
Glad to have him with us. You have a new name now,
Yeah.
I got a feeling it's gonna stick.
so I think you need to go get some T-shirts made
Yeah.
up. Boo Boo DeZero.
I don't have to give you a cut, do I?
No, I don't want to cut. I just want a shirt. I want to wear the shirt. I'm gonna walk around here and say I came up with Boo Boo
My
DeZero.
girlfriend's probably at home already making one.
So anyway, Josh, appreciate you coming up here and being with us. Didn't know you didn't talk much, but
It's first one.
not like your mama, but
Yeah.
I think she talks a little bit. And but the girlfriend over here,
I told her I was gonna get her to talk.
but
said
she don't
no.
talk a whole lot either.
Nah.
But,
I will. I can. You want me
Oh.
to, I can.
I want to hear it about we're gonna have you come back and do the mud bogging thing. I want to talk about it.
All right.
So I think that would be fun.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe we can have you come on and have Dennis call. Dennis come on by.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to try. If not Dennis, maybe Teeny.
At least one of them, somebody.
Yeah, somebody races out
Yeah.
there. You come, You just tell Dennis I want him. Because I talked to him at the Coliseum one time. He was out back at the Coliseum and I snuck around there.
Oh.
He said I'm a
The trucks were sitting out there and I snuck around there. I said, it was me and my grandson. We went
Yeah.
out. So I said, I'm gonna sneak around there and see what this deal is. I snuck around there and I got to, hey man, how you doing? He just talked to me like, and then he looked at me, eventually he looked at me like, do you work here? And I
Yeah.
said, no, I don't work here. I
He's
just
a cool dude.
So, I got
He's
pictures.
got pictures.
I got
yeah.
pictures now of your motor.
Oh, boy. Oh boy.
So this ought to be cool. We'll see how it ain't really bad.
Yeah.
It ain't really bad. Anyway, thank you for being here, Josh. I'm gonna get you back again.
Yeah. Sounds good.
So whenever you don't have to work,
Yeah.
till Scott gets out of the mental institution. I mean, gets back.
Oh man.
He's. Maybe we'll get him back here sometime. They have to do all their stuff on him and then they'll let him out. So. But anyway. All right, Robert Boo Boo DeZero.
Thanks for having me, sir. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you being here. Thanks for coming out. I know it's a long ride for some of you to be here and be a part of this. I know Josh has got a long ride.
I live right down the road.
Oh, well, you
Wow.
live.
Lucky you.
Where you live at?
Okay.
Must be nice.
Oh, so them two don't have nothing to
Hey,
worry
I know
about.
that, yeah.
And
And
I
Ryan
ran
up.
back home.
And Ryan Ellis didn't even have to leave his house.
What the heck?
But no, I want you back again. We'll get you back on here whenever you get a free moment.
Yeah.
Next week's show, I'm gonna have a big one next week.
Oh,
Got Butterbean Queen,
oh boy.
Matt Carter,
Oh boy.
and Jared Clark.
Well, that's a good group.
We're gonna have all them here next week to talk about the upcoming season. We all know that Matt is gonna be driving one of Butterbean's cars,
Uh-huh. Yep.
so that's gonna be
Yeah.
cool to have him here and give us a little insight onto that. And so that's gonna be a big show for me
Yeah,
next
that's
week. So
gonna be
we'll,
cool.
we'll see
Can't
what we
miss it.
come up.
Can't
Yeah, that's gonna be
It'll be
one
fun
to
to
watch.
watch it,
Yes,
yep.
yeah.
It's gonna be fun, even when Butterbean's here. You know, my grandson's gonna be here
Oh, cool.
because
Sweet.
my grandson thinks Butterbean is a god.
Oh.
I don't know why, but all of a sudden he's into this mullet.
Oh boy.
My grandson has a mullet now because Butterbean had a mullet. So we'll see how that all works. But anyway, thanks a lot. We'll see you all again next week. Thanks to everybody being here. Like and share our show and come back and see us again next week. Thank you all.